We have been doing it all wrong. We don't set goals, we build a system. Hi guys, welcome back to Canto Housewife. I'm Karen. Today we're going to talk about the mistake I made toward goal setting and how to set habits for self-improvements. If you have been following me on YouTube and Instagram, you will know that I started my 6-week Better Life challenge to boost productivity and health. And I just want to share everything I have learned along the way with you so we can all improve every day and live the best version of ourselves. One of my new habits is reading 10 pages of self-improvement book every day. And so I started reading Atomic Habit by James Clear, and I'm learning so many important lessons that will help us achieve what we want in the long run. So the first thing I learned is that long-term success is not based on massive action change. Many of us convince ourselves that massive success requires massive change. But in the long run, it usually doesn't last. It is because we make a few big changes and the result doesn't show quickly enough, and then we just slide back to our previous routines. For example, in the beginning of June, I want to lose 20 pounds before attending a family wedding. I cut down my portion, I cut all the carbs, sugar, and I achieved my goal. But I lose my motivation because I didn't look much different. Like, at least my husband didn't notice it. And I just want to go back to my old routine. But like I said in the previous video, I don't want to be the same person that give up because I don't see result fast enough. I want to change my lifestyle, and that's why I created that Better Life Challenge to make those requirements my lifelong habits. One thing that James Clear mentioned is that habits are the compound interest of self-improvements. The effect of your habit multiply as you repeat them. They seems to make little difference on any given days, but yet the impact of them delivering over months and years can be enormous. So it doesn't matter how successful or unsuccessful you are right now, what matters is that your habits are putting you on the path towards success. The second thing I learned is that slow progress is still a progress, and patience is the key. So everyone wants to see results, but not everyone can make it to the breakthrough moment. You may ask, what is a breakthrough moment? So using the book's example, we all know that the water's freezing point is 0 degrees Celsius or 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Ice need to get past that point in order to start melting. So imagine that you're in a room that is 20 degrees Fahrenheit right now, and you leave one ice cube on the table. Nothing will happen. Now you turn on the heater and it's waiting for your ice to melt. You're looking at the thermometer and it's going up slowly. 21 degree, 22, 23, and it go all the way up to 31 degree. Nothing happens, you get discouraged, you give up, and you walk out the house. But then 32 degree hit and the ice start to melt. That's the breakthrough moment. It might not look like a big difference from before, but that's what required to unlock the big moment and for us to start visibly seeing the progress. However, not everyone can make it to this breakthrough moment. Another example from personal experience would be my fat loss challenge. So many research show that people usually give up on diet plan or exercise plan about 6 to 9 weeks after they start, because they don't see that dramatic result they are waiting for in a short period of time. I personally want to lose 15% of body fat and get a six-pack in the beginning. And I'll tell you why this is no longer my goal. But I did my dieting for 6 weeks and I just started exercising for 5 days. Physically, I don't see any changes to my body, and I just hit this giant plateau because I haven't lose any weight for like a couple weeks now. And this triggered like a thought of giving up. Well, we first have to understand that body have two types of fat, visceral fat and subcutaneous fat. Visceral fat is belly fat found deep within your abdominal cavity. It surrounds important organs like your stomach and intestine, and is different than subcutaneous fat, which is just below your skin. Visceral fat is actually easier to lose than subcutaneous fat. This is because they metabolize quicker and your body can get rid of it as sweat or urine. But you won't see much change on your body shape when you lose visceral fat. That's why I don't look much skinnier even though I'm losing weight. I have to wait for my breakthrough moment when I start losing more subcutaneous fat. When will it be? I don't know, but I promise myself this time I'm going to wait patiently. The third lesson I learned is that forget about setting goals. Instead, focus on building a system. You might ask, what do you mean? In the past, everyone say that the best way to achieve something that you want is setting specific achievable goals. And that's what I did too, until I learned about this. So here's the thing. Goals are about the result you want to achieve. Systems are about the process that lead to those results. Goals are good at setting directions, but systems are best for making progress. If your goal is to become more productive, your system would be waking up early, spending a lot of time reading and learning, prioritizing important tasks, and don't procrastinate. Why shouldn't you spend too much time on setting goals? Well, first of all, winner and losers have the same goals. You want to be productive, but you don't plan out anything and implement a system to change. Nothing will happen. Next point is achieving goals is only a momentary change. For example, if my goal is to lose 20 pounds, my system is following a diet, do more exercise, stay hydrated, and get plenty of sleep. Well, I tell myself that I'll have a cheat day right after that. Now I did everything and I lose 20 pounds. I go back to eating junk food every meal, not going to the gym anymore, staying up late playing video games all night, and I'll regain that 20 pounds plus more in no time. That's why we're left chasing the same outcome if we don't change the system behind it. If I set a system and follow the same habit every day, I would lose more than 20 pounds and keep it off for good. If I change the input, the output would fix itself. The next reason is that goals create a either-or conflicts. When you set a goal, let's say losing 20 pounds in 3 months, you are either letting yourself achieve the goal and be successful, or you don't and become a biggest failure. However, if you set a good system, follow it, you will enjoy the process and be happy and successful as long as the system is running. The true long-term thinking is goalless thinking. It's not about any single accomplishment. It's about a cycle of endless refinement and continuous improvements. Next thing I learned that true behavior change is identity change. James Clear proposed that there's 3 layers of behavior change. First is the change in your outcome, a change in your process, and lastly is the change in your identity. The outcome is about what you get, the process is about what you do, and the identity is about what you believe. So imagine an onion. There's different layers, just like behavior change. The first layer is changing your result. Most of the goals you set will be associated with this level of change. For example, losing 20 pounds. The second level of change is changing your process. Most of your habit that you build is associated with this level. So for example, building a gym routine or following a diet. The third, which is the most important change, is changing your belief. Most of your belief, assumption, and bias you hold are associated with this level. Most people don't even consider identity change when they set out to improve. They focus on the outcome. Most of the people just think, I want to be skinny. If I stick to this diet, I'll be skinny. They set the goals and determine the action they should take to achieve those goals without considering the belief that drive their action. And this is what pulls us back from changing. The ultimate form of intrinsic motivation is when a habit becomes part of your identity, and true behavior change is identity change. So we start off focusing on who we wish to become. When our behavior and our identity are fully aligned, you are no longer pursuing behavioral change. You are simply acting the type of person you already believe yourself. to be. That being said, changing your mindset is very important. Identity change can be a powerful force for self-improvement. I can't count how many times people, including myself, tell me that I'm not born to be productive, I'm born to be messy, I was fat since I was a baby, I'm not a morning person, I'm terrible at balancing, and I can't do yoga. I have been repeating those lines for years to myself, and I kind of accepted that as a fact. Many times we struggle for a habit change because we're too busy, too tired, too overwhelmed, or 100 other reasons. But overall, in the long run, the only real reason why we fail to stick to a habit is because we let our self-image get in the way. That's why we need to change our mindset. For example, I've been told many times that I'm not a morning person. So every time I need to do something, I have to force myself to wake up early. But if I change my mindset now, like today, I'm a morning person. I just wake up like every other morning person do and start our day and be productive. And other example would be I'm born fat since I was a baby, which is true for the longest time because I didn't do anything about it. But now that my mindset changed, I'm going to be a healthy person. I would normally cut back on junk food and exercise regularly like other healthy person does. Then with time gone by, I build a system to be healthy and I will look skinnier and hopefully lose weight because of the system. So there's 2 steps to identity change. First, you decide the type of person you want to be, and the second is you prove it to yourself with small wins. If you have handle on the type of person you want to be, you can begin taking small steps of reinforcing your desired identity. So with everything I have mentioned about, my new identity change is that I want to be a healthy and productive YouTuber. And the small step I'm going to take is first, follow a healthy diet. Don't drink alcohol or smoke. Wake up early. Plan the day ahead of time. Clean regularly and don't build gutter in the first place. Exercise and stretch. Learn to make the best video for you. Post regularly on YouTube. Read every day and learn something new each day. And finally, don't procrastinate. Alright, that's it for this video. Hopefully you like this content. If you want to see more video like this, make sure you leave a comment below to let me know and subscribe to our channel. If you want to know more about me, make sure you follow us on Instagram and TikTok for more daily updates. Thank you and see you in the next video. Say bye, Roland. Bye.